Peace, family. You could lose everything doing this. And what is this? Well, I'm going to show you from the book of Genesis. We have a man named Abraham who the Lord called to do very difficult things. And Abraham was very obedient. Number one, he called him to leave his homeland and everything he was familiar with and go to a place that he didn't know. And Abraham did it. Abraham also in Genesis 22, he asked Abraham to kill his one and only beloved son Isaac. And Abraham had such an understanding and a relationship with the one true God that he was willing to do that also. His mentality must have been, I believe in the Lord so much that, if I do this, when I do this right here and there, he'll raise him up. Or maybe after some time, he's like, regardless, sooner or later, he's going to fulfill his promise, which the Lord had said to Abraham, look at the stars in the skies and count them if you can. So will your offspring be. So guys, I wanted to do a quick exercise with you. It won't take much time at all. And it's something I really want you to do at some point when you have some quiet, alone, private time just between you and the Lord and from your heart. I want you to hold an open hand. And I want you to, as you offer to the Lord, everything in your life, hold it in that open hand. Imagine you're putting it in there. And actually do this, this mental exercise, go there, sincerely, mean it, imagine that you are putting everything in this open hand. For example, and this is something I did a few years ago, and it was really profound. I put my hand out and I said, Lord, I give to you. And then I said all the things that are important in my life. I give you my future, my dreams, my will, my desires. And I was specific, my desires for family, everything, all these things. Use of my limbs. I like to work out at the gym. So I'm like, really, Kevin, give them everything. My favorite Bible, my possessions, my house, my vehicle, my livelihood, my freedom. I pictured, going to jail. As persecution increases in these last days, I was just imagining the worst case, everything. You put everything, freedom in there. My health, hate being sick and getting illnesses, and it's like, Lord, I even give you my health. What else? For some examples, my savings, my finances, stuff like that. And then, like I mentioned, the preferences, the will, those interior things, those things that aren't really tangible, but they're desires for the future. And it's crazy. It's scary when you do that, because if you're sincerely doing this, you're praying to the Lord. You're making an offering to the Lord, saying, Lord, I give you all of this. And then after I did that, and I said, Lord, and it's showing that faith, that trust that Abraham had. 1,000%. You trust, you believe on the Lord. You know He's good. And I said, Lord, I give you all these things that I mentioned. And I said, and I ask you to bless them and do that which is the best thing regarding all of these things. And you can even say something along the lines of, Lord, whether you take them or bless them, I entrust them to you. I really encourage people to do that in these last days when there's a lot of bad news, like this nuclear submarine from Russia that deviated off course and is heading in the Atlantic Ocean towards our east coast of the United States of America. Whether it's there's talk about Russia might go even harder in this war in Europe. Whether it's the financial collapse, the recession, and great collapse that's coming. Central bank digital currencies, where you won't be able to use any kind of money but that which is tracked and traceable. And if you're not down with the whole liberal-leaning agenda, they can just shut you off or limit what you can do. There's just a lot of moving pieces that could freak you out. So guys, I really encourage you to do this. Hold that in an open hand and really do that, and really go there. Get yourself kind of prepared before you do it, because it's something to do it. I remember when I first did it, I was kind of freaked out because I was just growing in my faith and learning it. I'm like, the Lord is good, and sometimes my will, the the picture the Lord has, it could be very different. He might be like, thank you, Kevin, good, I'm going to take that thing and take that out of there. Or other times he might be like, he'll be so happy and smile and just be like, that's perfect, those are good things I've given you and I'm going to bless them. What else was I going to say on that? Oh, and also just, and when you think about it, guys, when you have that open hand, just think if the Lord did need to take something or arrange something or move something around or prioritize it differently, if you've got a clenched hand saying, this is my children, my spouse, my house, my career, my body, my health, my dreams, I built this thing. No, no, no. We are stewards of everything. We are authors of nothing. Even if you're really good at something, you have a talent. God gave you that talent. We are not, we need to be humble always. We need to understand the hierarchy of things. We are not God. Don't make an idol out of anything. So anyways, if you have a closed hand over these things in your life, if the Lord has to come, he's going to crack back those fingers and just think that's going to be some pain. But if you had just come to him first, saying, Lord, I love you, I trust you, you gave me every single thing I'm talking about here. I mean, I think the Lord is going to be like blessing more often than taking. Although if he does take something, he's just, what's the word? He's pruning. He's not cutting off and he's pruning you with any removal, with any pain and stuff. And that's so that you grow more, you bear more fruit. So it's always a blessing. Yeah, that's pretty much everything, guys. And the question I would also ask is, do you trust the Lord like that? That's the question we need to consider with like what Abraham was doing. And it says in Scripture that these things were written as an example for us. So these things teach us great biblical truths, guys. There's biblical principles here. Do you trust God like that? What's your answer? If your answer is no, then consider this exercise. What a great spiritual exercise to do. A great repetition in sanctification, like we talked about yesterday, of just growing, being more like Jesus, following these principles, being obedient, receiving blessing because of it. And guys, you're just building spiritual muscle. If you could see yourselves as you grow in these obedient opportunities, you would look probably really fit and lean and muscular and strong because you're building muscle. It's like eating a clean diet, just living great, guys. So do that, and you'll be blessed by it. I'm sure of it. The Lord will honor you for taking some time to do that. So guys, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the video, share the video. Love you very much. Stay in your word. Talk to you later.